We are the only family-owned hardscape manufacturer from Delaware to Key West. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me back there? Okay, I'm actually going to move over here so everybody can hear. So this is where all the material is batched and mixed. All our raw materials are all over here. This is where we keep the granite, the sand. That's it, right? And our silos have the cement in it. And these are the aggregate bins. So these bins get filled with the granite and the sand. What we do that our competitors don't do is every one of these bins has a microwave moisture sensor inside of the bin. What that does is that helps us control our color. What happens is if you take a glass of water and you put in a drop of pink food dye, it turns pink. If you take a bucket of water and you put in a drop of food dye, it turns pinkish. So water is incredibly important for the quality of the product. Not just the color, but actually the strength of the product, because if you overhydrate the product, the concrete loses strength. So early on, we had a problem trying to keep the colors consistent, and this is something, honestly, that we care about that our competitors don't care about, because they're a gazillion-dollar company. They just pump them out. Try to call and talk to their Steven. You'll never get a Steven at our mega billion-dollar competitors. We put in microwave moisture sensors, and what that does is that calculates the amount of water that is inside the material. So when we fill the bin with sand, it calculates how much water is in that sand. So when we call for 1,000 pounds of sand, you get 1,000 pounds of sand. Not 800 pounds of sand, 200 pounds of water. So it does that for all of our aggregates, and then it sends it up into the mixer, which is located right over here. The mixer has a microwave moisture sensor that then calculates all the moisture from all the aggregates and goes, okay, well, I'm supposed to put in 500 gallons of water. I'm only going to put in 150 because there's already 350 gallons of water in here. So it deducts it. So our product is super consistent all the time, but that's what makes our product so much superior. One of the reasons that makes it far superior than our competitors. We have actually several reasons. So it all goes up into the mixer, and then it goes from the mixer inside the building, and we'll head on over, we'll go inside the plant now. So this is our color system, and what happens, this is how the colors are made. We can make every color under the rainbow with these 4 colors, and what it does is everything in this entire plant's automated. This entire plant runs with only 3 people. They make 20,000 square feet of product a shift with only 3 people. So they punch into the computer what they want to make. The color comes down. It's automatically weighed up in the scale over there. And then a big burst of air blows it up into the mixer. So that's how the color's done. They last quite a long time. They're hardened steel. So the molds that we put in, you see all those? They're all the,
those all molds.
These are all the different shapes that we manufacture. This is what makes the shapes. These are called the molds. So basically the color is the color. We just mix the color. They push some buttons. It's all mixed automatically outside. Comes up the belt, goes into the 3 color hoppers. We can make 3 color blends. The material goes into the machine. Well, that's your color, but it's sort of like a cookie press. You have to put the mold in for the shape of the cookie or paver you want to make. These are all the shapes over here. So what you do is whatever shape we're making, we have to pull that mold out. We switch it with these molds, pop them in, and then that makes the shape. And then the mud goes up and makes the color paver. One of the things that separates us from the competitors, we run a double vibration on our pavers. We do a 2 vibration on our pavers. Absolutely nobody that I know, no company I know does a double vibration on the paver, because it adds 40% to our manufacturing time by doing a double vibration. You cannot get a good compaction with 1 vibration. And when we got into the business, we decided not to be the cheapest. We decided we were going to be the best. And to be the best, you have to do a double vibration. Adds 40%. We could literally back off the vibration and do a single vibration, increase our production by 40%, but we would not be putting out a quality product. We would be putting out a product where the face comes off of the pavers crack. You will never, ever, ever see a Lowcountry paver that was used in the right application cracked, ever. And it's not magic. It's cement and vibration time. That's what it comes down to. You know, you cheap out, you put less cement in, a faster vibration, you have a soft, weak paver, and they crack, and the face deteriorates off of them. That's why our pavers, after 15, 20 years, look like they did the day you put them in. Or whatever size you want to make the paver, you set the height stop, the machine compacts until it hits that height stop, and then it goes done, goes up. Well, guess what? It doesn't know if it finished compacting or not. It just said up, I hit my limit, go up. So now you got a soft, junky paver that cracks and deteriorates. We don't use height stops. We literally disconnected the height stops on this machine, and what that does is if your mixture is consistent every single time it comes out of that mixture into that machine, it'll be the same height all the time. So with no height stops, you're forced to make quality product. And by doing that, that puts our product at about 10 to 11,000 PSI. Industry standard for PSI is supposed to be 8,000. We have not tested one competitor that has ever tested over 6,000 PSI. And they guarantee 8,000. I guarantee they won't hit 8,000, any of them, except us. We will not hit 8,000. We will exceed 8,000. We will be 10 to 11,000 PSI. Is Jimmy in there? Hey, Jimmy, come say hi to everybody.
Hello, Jimmy.
Come over here, Jimmy.
Is that your plant manager?
No, this is Jimmy, our COO. This is Jimmy Babbitts.
Hello, Jimmy. Go rough.
Jimmy is our COO. Honestly, Jimmy Babbitts is the most important person in this company right now.
Love you, brother.
Love you.
You get back at it.
So, okay, get back at it. He's back at it. So the material comes into the hopper here. It goes down in the machine. It stamps the product, and the product comes out as a full plate of pavers. Every 15 seconds, we make an entire plate of pavers that comes out through the machine. Once they come out of the machine, they're transferred to the transfer, which is stopped right in the middle of the path. They go onto one of these big carts, and then we have a robot over here that comes up, picks up the green product, takes the green product into the kiln. 3/4 of the building is the kiln. The crazy part about this business is this is the entire manufacturing process. This is it. So the product goes onto the rack goes into the kiln can hold about a week worth of product. Then when it goes in, it automatically stores the product, and it knows where I put this product in this shape and this size that you made, and it puts it in, it knows where, it records it in the computer, and then whatever they're packaging, the guys plug in the computer what they want to package, the robot knows where that is and goes, and it automatically goes in the kiln and moves everything around and picks up picks up the packaged product, brings it out, puts it on the line, and then the dry product comes down the line here, goes on a conveyor. Number 3, our competitors don't do. Our waste is less than 2%. Our competitors package it, and you get the waste. You get the pavers with the pits, you get the pavers with the crack, and it's your responsibility as an installer to throw them aside, go, that's a bad one. We have a QC guy that stands here and makes sure that when you get a pallet of Lowcountry paver, every single paver on that pallet is a top quality product. The rest get thrown in the trash. If it has the smallest defect, it gets thrown in the trash. The pavers have 75% of their strength after one night in the kiln.